Thanks very much, Chair. Tony Burke, Assistant General Secretary of Unite. And comrades, Unite has often said that our automotive industry is the jewel in the crown of manufacturing. Now, this just didn't happen by accident. It was the result of years of hard slog by our members and our shop stewards and reps who helped pull the industry out of a very long, bleak period of decline. But all that work, all that progress, is now at risk by a perfect storm of the government's own making. Conference, there are two big tests which will define our automotive industry for years to come: Brexit and a just transition to electrification. In Conference, the government is failing on both. The UK's largest car maker, Jaguar Land Rover, has just put 2,000 workers on a 3-day week. 48 hours later, BMW announced an early annual shutdown at the Mini factory in Cowley to avoid the catastrophic effects of a hard Brexit for maintenance and for retooling for the new electric Mini. And Honda, although it has said will commit to staying in the UK, has said the cost of tariffs will add millions onto their order book and onto the cost of producing the Honda cars in the UK. And behind the scenes, we hear this all the time from all of our automotive companies and the supply chain. And the timing is of no coincidence. It comes as the government's chaotic bundling of the Brexit negotiations reaches its most dangerous stage, raising the prospect of a no-deal Brexit. We've seen Dominic Raab's no-deal technical papers. We've seen the fantasy hard Brexit plans of Rees-Mogg and David Davis, and we've seen the humiliation of the Prime Minister. And like aftershocks, with every fantasy, with every blunder comes a real and lasting industrial impact. Comrades, the whole of the UK automotive industry is clear. A no-deal Brexit is unacceptable. Comrades, when an industry employing 200,000 workers sounds a warning, what do you suppose should be the response? Well, the Prime Minister parrots, "We'll get a good deal." The hard-right Brexiteer, Bernard Jenkins, tells us that Jaguar Land Rover is making it up. So tell that to 1,000 lorry drivers who bring components to and from the UK and the EU each day. Tell that to 10,000 track workers in Jaguar Land Rover working in production and design, that their jobs are all being, or the crisis is being made up. And tell that to thousands of workers in the supply chain, including our steel workers who rely on these contracts. What on earth does Bernard Jenkins know about building cars? Bernard Matthews probably knew more. Jacob Rees-Mogg, David Davis, Boris Johnson, their experience of manufacturing probably only extends to watching the nanny assemble an IKEA flat pack. Conference, the government's bungled approach to transitioning the industry from combustion engines to electrification is a disaster, with unilateral announcements on CO2 emissions made with no consultation with our members and no consultation with the industry. So now, comrades, the task falls on the Labour Party to bring certainty to the industry's future. Labour must step up the pressure on the government to develop a just transition for the move to electrification. This must be a strategy which develops our skills base, one which the government's spending power to see new fleets of electric vehicles across public transport is fulfilled, and it must be a strategy to create new jobs through investment and the car industry's infrastructure. Conference, if this rotting carcass of a government can't deliver such a strategy, then we in Unite say, get out the way and get a Labour government who can. I move.